Hi everyone, Nick here. Today we're looking at the 2020 Esports Series Qualifier 2 around Hungary. But first off, we're going to have a look back at the first qualifying event around Germany. Now if you saw my previous video, you'll see I didn't do too badly. Would I be able to be in with a shout at qualifying? Well, the top 8 go through to the next round and I was just 544 places off of that. Yeah, could be worse, but you never know, they might all drop out. It could happen. So, if you need me, I'm still here, Codemasters, and you can see I got a trophy and some competition points for my efforts there, but no one cares about that. What everyone cares about is the exclusive F1 Esports Series gloves. Yes, that's right, I got some gloves to participate. Look at those bad boys. Absolutely lovely. Sorry. Anyway, that was qualifying event 1. Today we've got another chance to qualify, and that is with the event around the Hungaroring. Makes sense again, we just had the Hungarian Grand Prix last weekend, so qualifying is round the Hungarian Grand Prix here. A bit annoying because we've just done a weekly event round Hungary as well, so usual assists, none of that nonsense. This time AI driver level, I figured I'd start again on 100 like I did before. This is not my strongest track, but I figured let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? So whacked it onto 100 and headed out onto the track. So we're actually going to start with a full run through of the event from start to finish here. Now we start lap 65, we're Sebastian Vettel and we are in 4th at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Our teammate Charles Leclerc is ahead, about 2.5 seconds ahead of us at the start of the lap, and then Valtteri Bottas in his Mercedes is a couple of seconds down the road as well. Now if you remember the actual race from 2018, you remember that Bottas had medium tyres on, they went off, he got caught, he hit the back of Vettel, and Vettel managed to get second place. And that is our task here, to try and catch Bottas and finish second. Of course we do have that slight obstacle in that we have to overtake Leclerc. In the previous event we only had to take one car, and that was around Germany where it's actually reasonably easy to overtake. Here there's probably only one, maybe two at a push, places that you could actually try and overtake another car. And as you've got to do 2 overtakes on quite a short lap, over a course of only 6 laps, you kind of need to get a move on. So the target, for me anyway, was to absolutely bomb round it for the first lap. And as you see I did a 1:19.6. I did go faster eventually, but that was enough at this point. The plan was to get past Leclerc after the second lap of the event. I found that I was able to catch him at that point fairly comfortably. But the problem was, if you didn't get close enough to actually launch an overtake, you'd then end up stuck behind him for the whole of your third lap, and that just holds you up, loses your time, lets Bottas get away, and you don't have the chance to actually get the overtake done on Bottas, and if you don't do that, you failed. So here we are, we're doing quite well trying to actually get to Leclerc. We're having to play around with EOS because they're not particularly generous. They only start you off with about 30%, so you're having to manage it pretty much straight away. And as you can see, we're pushing all out, so we're going wide there. End of sector 2 on lap 2, and we are 7/10 off. So we need to have a really good and tidy sector 3 to stay on Leclerc's tail. Otherwise, we're not going to get the job done down into turn 1. So, tidy through the last corner, EOS onto overtake, DRS open wide. Less than half a second as we cross the start finish line. We've got the toe, we're going to go up the inside, get it stopped, bit of a lock up, no issues though, and we are up into 3rd place. So now we need to catch Bottas ahead, and we have 4 laps to do that. So we're going to have to be careful with the ERS, we don't want to run out. We also have to be conscious that I've run almost the entire session so far on rich fuel, and you do get a bit of fuel in this, quite generous, but you can't run on rich fuel for the whole session. You will run out if you do that. I'm running on rich fuel here though because I want to catch up. My target is, if I can get past Bottas, at that point I can do all the fuel saving I need. But until then, I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn my ERS as well and just get onto the back of that Mercedes as quickly as possible. And you can see that I am pushing reasonably hard. I need to. Again, I've only got 3 more laps after this one, and I'm still 2.7 seconds off of the back of Bottas. I need to get within 1 second as soon as possible and get past him ASAP. I mean, if I don't get past him into turn 1 on the final lap, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be able to get past him anywhere else on the track. I mean, you could maybe have a bit of a lunge into the 3rd last corner, but that's asking a lot. I mean, maybe if it's the last lap and it's that or nothing, yeah, maybe go for the lunge, but you're going to do well to even get alongside really there. So we need to do it before then really. So we're on lap 68 at this point, end of sector 1, and we are 2.3 seconds down on Bottas. We need to catch up. So the middle sector was where I was actually taking some time out of him. I think they do have some tyre wear on this. Nothing as serious as he actually suffered in the real race in 2018, but he does have some tyres going off, and you do catch him. Even on the runs where I got stuck behind Leclerc for the entire duration, you still did catch Bottas. It's just that Leclerc didn't catch him fast enough to actually make an overtake. So there we go. So right, end of sector 2. We're still not able to do personal bests, but we're less than 2 seconds off of Bottas. It's going to take a bit of a monster 3rd sector to be able to get within DRS range. So we're going to have to start lap 69 without DRS. But we're getting closer. So we're getting into that range where we could potentially be within striking distance into turn 1 on the final lap. So 1.4 seconds off. We only need another 0.4 to be able to get within DRS range, but realistically we want to be right on his tail going down that pit straight. So we need a tidy lap. We need a clean lap, but we need a tidy one. And it's not helped as well by the fact we're almost about to run out of excess fuel. So bottom right hand corner you can see we're 0.04 up, and we don't help ourselves with that warning either. That's going to cost us some points because we're not going to get a clean lap bonus. Not ideal, but at this point we kind of do need to get the job done. Doesn't matter how many corner cuts or how few corner cuts we get. If we don't get past Bottas, we ain't getting any points. So, going through the S's towards the end of sector 2. How far are we behind Bottas? 0.491. This is closer than we were to Leclerc when we were able to overtake him a couple of laps ago. So tidy through the penultimate corner, tiny little lock up, but doesn't cost us too much. And we're going to go for it through here. So whack it onto overtake. We've burned all our excess fuel, it's in the red, keep it on rich. Got to get this overtake done, doesn't matter about fuel at this point. So we're closing, go slightly defensive, up the inside, get it stopped, get nicely into the apex, accelerate, and we're into 2nd place. And that is our target for this race. So we now bumped the fuel down into lean. We've got 0.1 laps to recover, just over that at the moment. So we're going to try and go lean. We're going to have to make sure we keep Bottas behind us though, because if we're going to go round in low fuel, he's going to have a bit of an advantage on us. Of course, the advantage we have is that it's Hungary, and now all of those corners that I said you can't overtake in, well, they're now our friend because we don't want Bottas to overtake us, so we can pretty much go as slowly as we want. Bottas ain't getting past. And obviously we don't want to go slowly because your overall finishing time helps determine what your overall score is going to be. But likewise we don't want to go and do something silly like bin it in the wall. And finally, with a couple of corners left, we are now in the green on our fuel, so we're not going to run out and do something stupid like that on the final straight. So we can put it back up into standard. So going through the last corner, keep it tight, keep it tidy. We've got a couple of sets of arrows because we've got 2 cars behind us. Whack it on to overtake, and we cross the line to finish 2nd. Job well done. And there we have it, 135,000 points. Could have done a little bit better if we'd had a fully clean race, but we didn't, so that lost us a few points. In terms of the leaderboard, at that point, that was good enough for 222nd. Nice round number, sounds good to me. But it's not good enough to get us into that top 8. I mean, I obviously don't expect to be in the top 8 on here at all. In terms of the overall time, we're about 13 seconds off of the top people, and they're actually doing it on 110 difficulty. So I bumped the difficulty up to 102. This seemed to actually make it a lot more difficult, and actually even getting close to Leclerc, let alone overtaking him and Bottas, now became a bit of a challenge. I don't know if it's just me being rubbish at this track or the AI being good. I mean, if I was putting my money anywhere, it would be on the former. But I was not just having to push, I was having to go in absolute full attack mode. And as such, I started making lots of silly mistakes, as you'll see here, by putting the foot on far too early. I also found this really nice bug where it would start you off occasionally pointing left, and you just go straight on the grass. And if you didn't brake, straight into the wall. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I had to abandon 102 difficulty because it was becoming really clear to me that there was just no way I was going to be able to catch the cars in front of me, or if I did, I wasn't going to be able to go fast enough over 6 laps consistently to actually catch them. So I bumped it down to 101. Didn't want to go back to 100 because I'd completed that, and for reasons I decided that I had to be all big and clever and stay on a higher difficulty. My advice, don't do that, it's really frustrating. In the end, I started playing around with setups as well. My original setup was based on the balanced setup, with the 6 wings, and I felt it gave me a nice combination of decent pace down the straights. It wasn't great through sector 2, but I felt I could manage it. I then started putting on some more downforce. At one point I was even running my Monaco setup. They said before that Hungary is like Monaco without the walls, so I figured I'll go with the same setup. And it worked actually quite nicely. I think this is one of the laps I did with it. I think this is actually the fastest lap I did in the entire session I did trying to actually do this qualifying. We go 118.8, not too bad. The problem was, even if I was quicker over the full lap, I was just really slow in a straight line. So you can see here I'm right on Leclerc's tail and he just pulls away. I've got overtaker, rich fuel, I've got DRS, and he's too fast. And that gives me nothing to do but put a pointless lunge, broken front wing, and that's that. Sorry about that, Charles. In the end, I conceded defeat. With the previous qualifier around Germany, I was more than happy to keep on pushing, keep on trying new things, because I could feel progress, and I like the German track. I don't like this track. I'm not good here, and I just didn't feel like I was getting anywhere, and it was frustrating me. And if I'm ever going to qualify for any of these esport things, and spoilers, I'm not, unless everyone decides to stop playing the game, and even then it's going to be kind of tricky, it's not going to be around this track. Not in a million years. However, the other qualifiers are Belgium, Japan and Brazil, and the first 2 of those I like to think I'm pretty handy at. Relatively speaking, of course. So I'm hoping to do a little bit better at those. I also really like those 3 tracks, so I'd be more than happy to put a few hours in and then see how it goes. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then get onto that pronto, it makes sense. And let me know in the comments below how you found this event if you've participated. And of course, good luck to everyone out there who's giving it a go. But until next time, and the next video, goodbye.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.